So you sit down to do some work, but before you start, you grab your phone to check social media. 10 minutes becomes 20, then all of a sudden, you're left feeling guilty when you realize that you haven't done anything. But what if this problem isn't actually laziness? Because this has been a recurring theme in my life. I mean, I'd waste hours before taking any action at all. Recently though, I came across this mindset shift that has helped me to break this cycle. Once I share it, you'll see how simple it really is. And I happen to find it through the exact same place that disrupts my focus. Instagram. So I was doom scrolling at my desk when I came across a post that caught my attention. As I watched it, I remember thinking to myself, what if I gave this a try in my life? Even if just a little bit, so I could waste less time and focus on what actually needs to be done. If only I applied this at the beginning of university, I wouldn't have found myself in an awfully familiar position earlier this month where I was catching up on some coursework at the very last minute. The deadlines were near and I was stressing out, and I even started to compromise on the quality of the work just so that I could send it out on time. Unfortunately, I did lose marks for submitting them late, and I feel like I let myself down because had I started earlier and just been a bit more consistent, I know I would have achieved a better grade rather than being on the back foot. That whole experience was totally avoidable, and it was a wake-up call for me because I knew if I repeated this same mistake, then I would only be sabotaging my own chances of getting a good job later on down the line. The problem is that we tend to prioritize our comfort, and when a task does pop up that we know needs to be done, we avoid it by making all of these excuses in our mind, and we tell ourselves that, we'll focus on it later, whether it is to do with school, work, house chores, and even our own hobbies. But that's where all the damage happens. We find ourselves in all sorts of trouble and are left to deal with the consequences afterwards. It's just not worth the hassle. I mean, ask yourself, when was the last time you found yourself in a very similar position? But here's where the mindset shift comes into play. Now, rather than focusing on the effort that is required to do a certain task, what if instead we visualize how good it would make us feel to achieve the result that task will lead to? So let me use an example to explain this better. Say you have exams coming up in the next 3 months and you haven't been bothered to revise for them at all because it's just so long to get the books out, you can't be asked to sit there and study for hours. What if instead you thought about how great it would be to get really high marks in those exams? How much do you think your life would change for the better? I mean, you could get into a great university or land an amazing internship. That feeling should outweigh the hard work that is required for you to achieve that. The same thing applies to house chores. I mean, you can't be asked to clean the house because you're chilling on the sofa, you're binging Netflix, you're eating junk food, but you also want a clean house that makes you feel happy to live in. So you tell yourself it's time to kick yourself up the arse and start cleaning. I mean, how simple does this solution sound to you? And the best part is you can start implementing it today. Now, if I think about it, I've been doing something very similar with my own fitness journey. I've been working out for more than 9 years now, and I'm still on the way to my dream body, but my desire to achieve it is what has really pushed me through many moments where I didn't feel like going. I'd even mentally set myself mini goals. So for example, getting my clothes on was the first check, then getting in the car and then driving to the gym. And at this point, I knew that there's no turning back. I have to complete the workout. So it was just a matter of telling myself, in 2 hours, all of this will be over and I'll be back at home. When I heard this on that Instagram post, I felt like a penny dropped in my mind. Sure, I mean, I might have heard of something similar before, and maybe you might have as well, but it was just such a powerful reminder to me that if I can attach a very strong goal to my daily tasks, then the chances of me getting up and doing them become a little bit higher, even if it is committing 15 to 20 minutes a day. I mean, if I could prove to myself that I can make small steps, it shows that I am capable of achieving that goal, and more importantly, that I actually care about it. The same thing applies to you as well. Now, does this method work all the time? No, I mean, it's not an invincible technique, and I still fall into the trap of procrastinating and sometimes don't get work done, just like my university example. But I feel it has helped me to attach my efforts to a goal that I strongly want to achieve. I mean, I'd love to travel the world and be financially free and live a life that I know I've worked so hard to be happy with. Also, just a point to note that technically, you could apply this to any goal, but in order for it to be effective, I do feel that it should be used towards a goal that you have a very strong desire to achieve. So if you look at your life, where do you think this mindset shift can be applied? Seeing as the new year has just started, where would you like to be a year from now? I mean, you can leave them down in the comment section if you would like. And honestly, I hope that this has helped you to start taking action and just been a reminder to you to make a change for yourself. And I'm sure you understand that life happens and you won't be able to be consistent all the time. But as long as you're moving forward, even if just a little bit, then that's all that matters. I also want to continue doing this and see how far I can go while enjoying the journey. And if you would like to be a part of that journey and see me document my life, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. I wish you the best of luck and a great start to the new year. Keep going and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.